Hello, welcome back to Football Insights. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning from wherever you are watching from. Click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell, follow us on our social media platform on IG, on TikTok, and then on X. As usual, this is your Champions League review. Today, as of the time of recording, Thursday evening, there is going to be a Conference League game and then a Europa League game. If I am fortunate, I might upload a video for you on the review of that particular Europa League and then UEFA Conference League. I will watch it tonight, So make sure you click on the subscribe button. This is your Champions League review. Big Champions League review. Let's get straight into the video. So match day 2, we are starting with the Tuesday games. Brest of France, Brest. To this month is October breast cancer month, and then Brest is also winning. So since Brest is winning and then it is breast cancer month, ooh la la, a French guy will say ooh la la, so Brest is also coming from France, so ooh la la, 4 goals to 0 against RB Salzburg. They are not doing well. I think they are not doing well. Now I don't even know them that much. But then their coach is the assistant coach of Jurgen Klopp. So the coach was the assistant coach of Jurgen Klopp, and then he has shaped most of the Liverpool academy players. Bobby Clark, this guy I've forgotten the name. Budget, Stefan Budget. All these guys, he has shipped a lot of the Liverpool academy boys to Salzburg. I mean, I'm not saying the Liverpool academy boys are not doing well, but at Salzburg, they are not doing well. If they lost their first game, and then they also lost against Brest. Brest has been playing very, 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 very well. Hence why you see them in the Champions League. From last season coming to this season, they have been playing very, 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 very good football. But then Salzburg, this is RB Salzburg. This is where Erling Haaland, this Benjamin Sesko, all these guys, this is a talent, team. Salzburg. Come on, bro. You don't do this in the Champions League. 4 goals to 0 against Salzburg. Really, really disappointing results by Salzburg. But big shout outs to Brest. Brest did really, really well. Stuttgart also played 1-1 against Sparta Prague. This game I thought Stuttgart would have, pasted Sparta Prague by, let's say, 3 goals to 1 or 3 goals to 0. But then Sparta Prague has shown that yes, they won their first game against Salzburg, and then now they also drew against Stuttgart. So Sparta Prague, big shout outs to the boys. They are doing really, really well. Stuttgart, bro, I expected much more from you, but then they are still Stuttgart. They are still trying to find their feet in the Champions League, or they are still trying to combine European football and then the domestic leagues. So I think they are doing well because they lost their first game against Real Madrid, and then Sparta Prague today drew. So let's see what Stuttgart have for us. Their coach Sebastian Hoeneß, big shout outs to him. Let's see what he has for us this particular season. Arsenal won by 2 goals to 0 against PSG. I don't know what PSG were doing. I don't know whether because when they get the ball, it looks like they didn't have a plan. They didn't have the plan to attack Arsenal. And then I need to commend Arsenal too, because their defensive line or their defense this season, very solid defense this season. What a solid defense this season. Frank Lampard was a pundit on, I think, BBC Sports, and then they asked him, are you going to compare Ricardo Carvalho, John Terry partnership to, Gabriel and then Saliba? Are they close to Ricardo Carvalho and then John Terry? Lampard was like, no, they are not close to us. No, they ain't close to us. Unless they win Premier Leagues, 1 or 2 Premier League and then the Champions League, and then before that we can chat. So as of now, they are not even close. They are not even 2% close to Ricardo Carvalho and then the John Terry partnership. So Arsenal won by 2 goals to 0. Kai Havertz scored. He had the man of the match. Kai Havertz has been talking. He has been talking, but we'll see. Time will tell. We'll see. But he has been talking. He scored, and then Saka also scored. That goal, I don't know, but then that goal looks like they wanted to give it to Thomas Partey, but he didn't touch Partey. He didn't touch, I think, one of their players, to Trossard or someone like that. He didn't touch them. So Saka also had his goal against PSG. PSG, even though it is Arsenal are playing well, but still PSG, bro. Disappointing results, Maybe probably maybe 2-1 or let's say 2-2 would have been good or a better result. You know, 2 goals to nil against Arsenal, Emirates. Big shout outs to Arsenal. They did really, really, really well. Borussia Dortmund, 7 goals to 1 against Celtic. Coming into this particular game, if you are a tipster or if you follow Celtic very well, you would know that Celtic, they have form. The form Celtic was, coming into this particular game with very, very top form. I think they have won 4 games in their last 5 games. So Celtic, very, very, very top form. So I knew this game was going to be a harder game or a much harder test for Borussia Dortmund. But Borussia Dortmund have shown that yes, they were the finalists of last season or the last Champions League that we played. They were the finalists. Top performance by Borussia Dortmund. Shehu Gorasi 2 goals, Karim Adeyemi hat trick, and then the hat trick, the goals he was scoring. I don't know what Karim Adeyemi ate before coming onto the pitch. What was he on? Was he sniffing something or something like that? Karim Adeyemi, what a goals! The goals he was scoring, bro, fantastic goal by Karim Adeyemi. So 7 goals to 1, but then it shows that Borussia Dortmund, even if they are not performing, even if they are not performing in the domestic competition, when they meet you in the Champions League or when they meet you in the European pedestal, be afraid of them. Be afraid of them. Be afraid of them. Beware of Borussia Dortmund. 7 goals to 1 against Celtic. Big shout outs to Borussia Dortmund. Barcelona also won by 5 goals to 0 against Young Boys. Rafinha scored. Robert Lewandowski, I think he scored 2 goals. And then who again? Inigo Martinez also scored and assisted. Rafinha scored and assisted. So it was, the front line. I think Ferran Torres. Hey, I was watching this game for close to 70 minutes and then I didn't see Ferran Torres. So I tweeted, is Ferran Torres playing in the game? Is he in the game? Because I didn't see Ferran Torres. Hey, Ferran Torres. But Lamine Yamal, had an okay game, but he didn't score, he didn't assist. So that was what happened. But Robert Lewandowski, yeah, of course. Once again, he has shown that he is a top striker. The goal instinct, because of the first goal assisted by, Rafinha. That was a striker's goal instinct. If you don't have the goal instinct, you will not make that move. Then Rafinha had the man of the match. Massive respect to Rafinha. Massive respect to him. This guy, I don't know about the Barcelona fans, even last season, he has been giving them the numbers. But they have never respected Rafinha. It is maybe only this season that maybe when has inflated because they are scoring. The Rafinha is also performing, scoring left, right, center. So I don't know if this season they will respect Rafinha because last season in all competition, he has been giving them 20 goals involvement in all competition. Last 2 seasons and last season. So they need to respect Rafinha, and then now captain, one of the captains, and then he's captain the team. So he's doing really, really well. The work rate is top notch. So big shout out to Rafinha. Rafinha is doing really, 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 really well. He is showing, his new role as a number 10, even though he's not number 10, but now he's playing as a number 10 or attacking midfield since Dani Olmo is injured. So Barcelona 5 goals to 0. But young boys, let me tell you guys something. The kind of ball you guys are playing, even I myself, I can play young boys. I will be their captain because they can get a ball and he's trying to pick his player by passing a long ball, throwing a long ball, and then, bro, where the ball went. Bro, young boys, there is no young boys. Last 2 seasons or last season when Ronaldo was in Manchester United, they had equally good players. But now I don't know what was happening or what is happening. Young boys, Inter Milan 4 goals to 0. 4 goals to 0 against Red Star. This is their new name. I will not mention this, their new name. What I know is Red Star against Red Star Belgrade. Red Star. 4 goals to 0. Mendy Teremi scored. Lautaro Martinez scored. Really, really good performance by Inter Milan. 4 goals to 0 because coming into this particular game, they had played draw against Manchester City. So that was a very good, game by Inter Milan. Coming into this game against Red Star, scored 4 goals to 0 against them. So big shout out to Inter Milan. Inter Milan doing really, really well. Leverkusen and then Victor Boniface, the Bonnie boys. Boniface scored and then his celebration was mind blowing. mind-blowing celebration by Victor Boniface. Victor Boniface scored, and then they took an offside. You know, Jeremy Frimpong was in an offside position, so they took offside. He also scored again. So Victor Boniface is doing really, really well from Nigeria, from paying 30 naira to now scoring his first goal in the Champions League. Very, 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 very inspirational story by Boniface. So Boniface, big shout outs to you. 1-0 against AC Milan. I think AC Milan wasted chances. Still, Tijani Reinders also, his performance was stopped. The last minute chance by Morata. Hey, Morata, last minute chance. He should have converted that particular chance. Morata, you are a top striker, or you are an experienced striker. Even if you are not a top striker, you are an experienced striker. You should be able to score that particular goal. But 1-0 against AC Milan. I mean, Leverkusen are a very tough side, very, very, very big side. So let's see what happens in the subsequent matches in match day 3. PSV Eindhoven 1-1 against Sporting Lisbon or Sporting CP Victor Gyökeres. I was expecting you to score, but then you didn't score. But Victor Gyökeres, big shout outs to all the boys. 1-1 between PSV Eindhoven and then Sporting Lisbon. Manchester City also won by 4-0. 4-0 for Foden scored. Erling Haaland also scored, and then Ike Gundogan also scored his first goal for Manchester City since coming back. So big shout out to Ike Gundogan. I think he has been, now he's chilling. Just chill and play your football. Let's move on. Girona on Wednesday also lost against Feyenoord. 3-2 against Feyenoord. I knew Girona were going to lose this particular game. Girona are not doing well. I don't know whether they sold their players, because they have sold 1 or 2 players. Avio is gone, Yan Couto is gone, and then I think the Alex Garcia is also gone. Bro, so they have sold 1 or 2 key players. And then now they are disgracing themselves in the Champions League. Feyenoord scored them 3-2. Shakhtar Donetsk also lost by 3-0 against Atalanta. Ademola Lookman, the African best player of the year, even though they have not given it to him, but he will still be the African best player of the year. He scored for, and then Jim City also scored for Atalanta. So big shout out to Atalanta, 3-0 against Shakhtar Donetsk. Aston Villa, John Duran scored for Aston Villa, 1-0 against Bayern Munich. Can you believe it? It's been almost how many years? It's been almost 7 of, I think, 5 to 7 years now. They have not lost a game in a group stage, and then they lost against Unai Emery's side, Aston Villa. Bro, Aston Villa, they are doing really, really, really well. Now they are showing that yes, they can combine European football and then domestic leagues or the domestic football. Aston Villa, John Duran coming from the bench, instant impact. John Duran. So John Duran, bro, Chelsea wanted to sign John Duran. They didn't go ahead to sign John Duran. But then I wouldn't call it a mistake, because no one would have known what John Duran would be in Chelsea. So me, as a Chelsea fan, I'm not gassed. I will not say Chelsea made a mistake. No. He is still a very good player. Let's see. He still has a lot of time to develop. So Unai Emery will help him. Let's see where John Duran will go in the summer transfer window or in January. I don't think they will sell him in January. He may be in summer. Let's see where John Duran will go. But Aston Villa, big shout outs to the boys. Aston Villa doing really, really well for English football. Last year, Newcastle disgraced us. But this year, Aston Villa, 6 points. Big shout outs to the boys. Villa Park. Let's go. Benfica also won by 4-0 against Atletico Madrid. Hey, Atletico Madrid, bro. My facial expression tells you what you need to know. I will not say much about Atletico Madrid. Very, very disgraceful, disappointing, disheartening results. Atletico Madrid coming in a game where you drew against Real Madrid. You come into a game with Benfica in the Champions League, and the Benfica scores you 4-0. Bro, it's not done anywhere. Monaco also played 2-2 against Dynamo Zagreb. Juventus won by 3-2 against Leipzig. And Francesco Conceição scored. And Dusan Vlahovic scored 2 goals. He scored 2 goals on the weekend, and then he scored 2 goals in the midweek too. So Dusan Vlahovic, he is on form. He is on fire, Dusan Vlahovic. Benjamin Sesko also scored 2 goals. Strikers goal by Benjamin Sesko, top striker. Benjamin Sesko, 2 goals for Benjamin Sesko, 2 goals for Duran Vlahovic. So they are their strikers. Both teams, their strikers came into party. Real Madrid also lost against Lille. 1-0 against Lille. Thiago Mendes or Thiago Silva? One of the guy is very, 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 very good player. What a player by Thiago. Is it Thiago Mendes or Thiago Silva? What a player. What a player. He was even in the team of the week this particular week, Wednesday, and then Tuesday. Big shout outs to Lille. Jonathan Davis scored a penalty caused by I would not say it was a deliberate penalty. It wasn't deliberate, but his hand was hanging. So that was a penalty, a clear penalty by Kamavinga. Jonathan Davis converted the ball into the net, and then in the first half, and then that was all. Real Madrid tried, but Obianiwo or also Senyame, he is the greater of all things. So Real Madrid, I'm upset there. A lot of testers were crying. Real Madrid lost. They lost their first game of the season. Liverpool also won by 2-0 against Bologna. Mohamed Salah scored. Mohamed Salah is now the African player with most goals in the Champions League now. Bro, incredible record by Mohamed Salah. Incredible records from Mohamed Salah. Then it is coming to Didier Drogba and then Samuel Eto'o. Club Brugge also won by 1-0. So, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the video. As you can see, this is the table for the Champions League. As you can see, Aston Villa, they are all at the top. Borussia Dortmund, they are all at the top. Let's see what happens in match day 3. This is Football Insights. This has been your Champions League review. Click on the subscribe button. Drop all your comment down below. My name is Kobo. Thank you so much for your time, and peace.